Dallas Mavericks fans found Nico Harrison out in public and confront him over the Luka Doncic trade. Plus, Giannis Antetokounmpo apparently making his decision on the Milwaukee Bucks and his future there. And this is what everybody is afraid of: the Clippers losing a player in Eurobasket. I'm Trevor Lane. This is the Basketball Bulletin. Make sure you subscribe right here to the channel. Joining me is Donnie Freeman. Donnie, how you doing?
Tired as heck.
Same, man.
just talking about that. But yeah, I'm excited to talk about some Giannis. It's been a little bit here, and Nico. I mean, I'm not sure what's up with that, man. Man, that's another one.
I think we may have gone too far here with the Nico thing. Let's get to that next, though.
There's
first,
no far that's too far.
The Milwaukee Bucks are expected to re-sign Giannis Antetokounmpo if Giannis stays. That was the reporting back on July 12th. Well, guess what? Giannis Antetokounmpo is indeed officially now being signed by the Milwaukee Bucks. This is the loudest statement, according to Mark Stein, yet that Giannis Antetokounmpo is about to get his 13th season as a Buck. The Bucks have officially announced it, by the way. It's like official. They put out their own press release. This is done. So, Donnie, this is pretty for sure now. There were some times over the course of the summer where it was a question about whether or not Giannis Antetokounmpo would stay with the Bucks, and we still don't know about long-term, but at least for this season, Giannis is a Milwaukee Buck. Are you surprised in that at all?
The Giannis or the Thanasis piece?
The Giannis piece.
Shout out Thanasis because we care more to talk about Giannis apparently. I really want to
that's
talk about
really
that.
What they say to get like Thanasis, hey, good dude and all that, but let's face this is more about what it means for Giannis than
get your bread, champ.
So
like the thing is with this is like the Giannis situation. I thought from the jump it was more likely that he stayed than he left. And I felt pretty good about that around the time they made that Turner trade.
Yeah.
Or signing. What was it, a trade or signing?
It was a signing, but then they waving and stretching Damian Lillard, taking $23 million in dead money on your books.
And that's why too, because like an organization doesn't typically operate that way, right?
No.
So unless they knew that he was going to sign with them and they were also going to get Giannis as a result, they're not doing all this stuff, right? So I felt pretty good around that time. But it is interesting, though, because, I mean, this is still looming. I mean, we're going to be right back here next offseason unless he extends or anything like that. And he's kind of just got them right where he wants them with full leverage here and can kind of do whatever he wants. He's got that player option on that third year. So he's effectively a free agent after next season. So he's in an interesting spot here and he can kind of just command what they do. They still don't have a ton of assets. They still don't have a ton of wiggle room. But, you know, all things considered, I thought that they did a good job retaining the guys that were good for them last year. They got a big piece. I just wonder, even if the East is a little bit more wide open, I just wonder about how they're going to stack up when you're kind of minus Damian Lillard as well. And he wasn't Dame in Milwaukee, but he was still at least a star player that can produce for you, right? So
yeah. Giannis is going to have to do, he's going to have to put on his cape and do his Superman impression here because
do the Darvin thing. Explain the Darvin thing.
Oh, the Darvin thing. So there is a report out there from there was a couple of days ago, but Darvin Ham is at Eurobasket and he talked about how Giannis has to do a lot more for the Milwaukee Bucks because I'm paraphrasing here, but because they don't run as much stuff on offense as Greece does. I'm like, Darvin, why are you saying these things? Oh no, Darvin.
It's true. Like here, he has to be their Superman like you're gonna need. I don't know how much more he could step it up, quite frankly, but you're going to need peak Giannis for this team to go anywhere. But I mean, to say that he has to do so much more for this team than he does for the national team is just kind of crazy to me.
Wait, like if that's when you're a coach of that team, like
right, that's your team. Run some stuff, right? Like, what do you mean? So I'm sorry. You reminded me of that and I had to get that in there.
No. Here it is. We don't play they'll play as fast as we do the NBA. The NBA, his usage rate is off the charts. He's always constantly has the ball in his hands. So a little bit different role for him over there. He does a great job to include his teammates. I can't stress that enough. Yeah. So there's Darvin Ham just talking about how much Giannis, he has to be Superman with us.
If
And
some of
he's
that's
going to
just
have to be.
because the usage rate, then sure, I guess, right? But
Yeah.
still.
But still. So, look, I do think that obviously it would have been a disaster for the Milwaukee Bucks had Giannis said, I want out after they, made such a big sacrifice, taking on dead money on their books. I mean, the most money we've ever seen in terms of dead money on the books for a team ever in the Damian Lillard buyout situation, and doing all of that to appease Giannis, or at least theoretically appease Giannis, bring in Miles Turner, all that, prove to him that they're trying to win right now. If Giannis were to still want out, that would be a disaster. But contractually, can be a free agent, not this coming summer, but the summer after that. But that gives him a lot of power next summer, summer 2026. He can threaten to walk away the next year unless he's traded. So I think a lot on the line for the Milwaukee Bucks this season. We'll see how that plays out. We know Giannis wants to be able to win a championship. Can the Bucks give him that opportunity? But for now, for the present, for the time being, Giannis Antetokounmpo will be a Milwaukee Buck, and his brother is joining him in Milwaukee. All right, let's get to this Nico Harrison thing. My goodness, Donnie. So Mavs fans found Nico Harrison out to dinner at a restaurant. The man is out eating. I have a hard time feeling empathetic for Nico Harrison. I kind of do here. Take a look at this. Take a look at that. Mavs fans find Nico Harrison out to dinner. Watch this.
He wants to hear the actual problems to fix them. And I think Nico? What's up, man? Good to meet you. We all still fucking hate you. Better.
Oh my god.
Better. He wants to hear the actual problems.
So we all still effing hate you, and then telling him do better. Now I would have to imagine this had to be the second pass by, because there's no way they were just randomly filming, right?
That was meditated, yeah.
Yeah.
That the balls of that guy to walk up and say, "Hey, man, we all still freaking hate you."
Well, but, okay. So was that going too far to say Nico is having dinner? I don't know if he was with friends, with family, whatever, but to go and interrupt his dinner to go say that to him, was that going too far?
I mean, it's uncalled for, right? It's uncalled for is what I'd say. But
I'm sure some Mavs fans would say it's called for.
But that was what I was gonna say. But you've got to understand who you're dealing with here, and the situation at hand. Like this, there is nothing but animosity between him and the fan. This is the same guy, for just to walk it back a little bit, just to go back to when this all took place. Same guy that basically wouldn't show his face. He hid in the tunnel when that trade first took place.
What, he had to for safety reasons.
Exactly, though, because and so you think that's all gone like 6 months later?
They got Cooper flagged. I think they hoped that was going to diminish or mitigate any of the animosity.
No, but the thing is that like, and he also had to roll deep with security and all that. It was bad,
yeah,
right? But the thing is that the way I saw it and the way I saw people talking about it online is, okay, that's great. We're really happy to have Cooper, but we still hate Nico. Like, we still want him gone.
Right.
Oh, that's great. Oh, we got this team. We could maybe be good. We still want Nico gone. Like, it doesn't matter because they hate that guy specifically. Mm-hmm. So they could win a chip. They could win 5 in a row, and they could still say we hate that guy. It just is what it is with him. Like, they don't like him specifically. So you got to understand who you're dealing with. So with that context in mind, it's a little uncalled for in my opinion, but I'm not them, right? So
I think it's different if the setting is you're in the arena or something like that, and you're a fan, and you want to express, but he's out to dinner. It's not like he's not in a Mavs function in that moment. And I think one of the things that we can often forget, and this is something that I've discovered more and more, the more people from around the NBA I've met, the more players I've been able to talk to, and things like is understanding that like these are, as much as we look at them as they're almost like demigods, right? They're almost there's something different than just the average person walking around on the street. No, these are real people with real emotions and real feelings and all of those things. And fans can perceive them differently and think, oh, it's okay to say these things aren't going to bother them or whatever. There are things that can bother players, that can bother personnel and stuff. And sometimes I think you can we could cross the line with that type of thing. And obviously there's fans who have said far worse things. You look at what Dennis Schroeder was dealing with in Eurobasket. On one hand, you could say, man, that guy's got some balls on him to go up to Nico and just say that. But on the other hand, I'm like, is that a bad look to do that in the middle of the man's? Like, I just think it would be different if it was like he's walking out of the tunnel and be, hey, Nico, we still don't like you after the trade you made or something, versus you go interrupt his dinner with his whatever friends, family, whatever there.
Yeah, I personally think it's preposterous that they did that, but I also find it like a teeny bit humorous because the guy to have the gall to just walk up to somebody and Nico not to respond. It takes a big man to not respond. He didn't even say nothing. I would have been like, wait, what? No. Like, let's go outside. Let's talk about this. Like, what are you?
Could you imagine if Nico just stood up and said, I'll be right there. Let me walk around.
Let's talk about it. But
what would that guy have done at that point?
I honestly think he might have walked it back, but maybe not because he's got his friends with him. So
yeah, maybe. But obviously, this was, like you said, it was premeditated because there's no way that we're just randomly filming and this guy just went, oh, it's Nico. Clearly, they walked past, went, yo, that's Nico Harrison right there, and let's set this up and let's film this for the internet.
Yeah, for sure. And that's one thing too, is like they absolutely did that. And so you asked, is it a bad look? Frankly, well, I think it is. For the people that are going to watch this video that are Mavs fans, they're going to be like, good on you, man. All his friends are going to be excited. Everyone who show this video, it's a good thing. Like, that's kind of the way they're going to perceive it, right?
They're going to be like fist pumping.
Exactly, because he is literally the most hated man in that area. And he may be the most hated man just in general right now. No, I don't want to go that far, but in that area at least, right? So, yeah, like I said, while I can feel empathy towards him, like you expressed earlier, it just kind of is what it is. You kind of made your bed, you got to lay in it. And ultimately, we've said it, winning will help. He'll never get back fan trust or love, though.
Just from, just a quick glance at Mavs Reddit, you're right.
See, I told you.
Mavs fans.
I know.
Mavs fans, the hero Dallas needed, doing the Lord's work. That fan speaks for all of us. Love that guy and getting upvoted 43 times. See? And then making fun of the restaurant that Nico was at. He's doing the Lord's work. Well done, mate. I hope this never stops. I hope Nico still has to worry when he's 85 in a retirement home. Someone still might kick him in the nuts.
Dude, that's crazy. 85? You're wishing on you're praying on the man's downfall at 85.
I mean, then here's somebody saying leave people alone in public, and this dude gets downvoted. Leave people alone in public gets downvoted.
But that's not what people want to hear, though. Like, that's the problem. He's right, but that's not what people want to hear. And so I already knew, because this is. Oh yeah, these are all the people.
Oh, leave the man alone. Trash behavior. Only an hour, and it's been downvoted 51 times.
These are all the people that are going to have that sentiment, though, that are down here.
Diehard Mavs fans that are going to be in a space like this for sure.
Yeah,
but I mean, so I guess when he says we still really effing hate you, he's telling the truth.
I mean, they think about it. What can he do to get back in good graces?
I mean, would winning a championship even fix it?
No, because they would be excited about that. But what would that have to do with Nico? They're not going to say, oh, we love you because you built this team. They're going to be like, oh, we love this team, but still F you, Nico.
Yeah. You took our guy away.
So, like, what can he do? So, like, that's where to me, I think maybe the best decision would have been to kind of move on from him, because this level of animosity around your organization is just not good. But they didn't decide to do that, and hopefully he's able to win. And at least for him, even if from the perspective of fans, they hate him regardless, at least for him, he can say, you know what, if they win, he can say, you know what, I won, so I was justified.
Is this our test of maybe the most extreme test of the adage winning cures everything?
I mean, it is, because
we've
never seen anything like this.
No,
like it's like this. This is crazy.
They could win a championship, and at the championship parade could be chanting "Fire Nico."
Oh my god!
Like that's the thing is, I don't think that would happen.
No, I think it would. You're right.
But it's not outside. It's not completely It's like I could see it potentially happening.
He's
It's
gonna
not
get up
impossible.
there. He's gonna start talking, and they're gonna just start booing him and start chanting "Fire Nico."
Oh my gosh.
But
Wow.
I don't think they're winning. But if they somehow did, hypothetically, that would be insane. So
Wow.
I don't really know. But with that being the case, yeah, I think you should leave people alone in public. But I understand it from both sides, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I get it. I get it. All right, let's go here. Tragedy striking for the Clippers. Bogdan Bogdanovic leaving the Serbian national team at Eurobasket. Donnie, this is what everybody's afraid of. Every team, fans of every NBA team that have a player playing in Eurobasket are praying this is what does not happen because we're so close to training camp. Training camp is now less than a month away. Bogdan Bogdanovic suffered a ruptured hamstring muscle. The Clippers tip off the season October 22nd. Now, I'm not a doctor, but doing a quick Google search, this, depending on the severity of the tear here, this could, the start of the regular season is in jeopardy for Bogdanovic. Certainly the start of training camp is in jeopardy for him. Now, hopefully it is a low grade tear here, and then that he could be back, but hamstrings are tricky. They can recur. So this is, again, nightmare type news for the Clippers and for Bogdanovic.
Yeah, that is absolutely the one thing that for one, hopefully he gets ready to go soon. He's healthy sooner than later, all that stuff. You hate to see it, especially when they're out there trying to represent their countries and stuff. But in terms of NBA, this is the one thing you don't want to see. Like, this is every fan's base's worst nightmare is your guys getting injured. Now, Bogdanovic isn't like, a crazy star level player or anything like that. So you can kind of mitigate it a little bit.
He's
but
a rotation player, though.
He's in it. Exactly. I was gonna say he's at least a rotation player, somebody that the team was depending on being a part of the organization this year and being a meaningful contributor. So you don't really want to see that, right? And so that's why we're always really apprehensive, like, get these guys out of here. Let them, But on the other hand, you can appreciate the fact that, at least I hope you can appreciate the fact that these guys take this stuff really seriously and they go out there to try to really do what they can for their national team and put on in the right way. So I can respect that for sure, but just really unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully he does recover quickly, but this is, again, as you're cheering on your guys and their national teams in Eurobasket, you're hoping not to see anything like this happen. And it's fair to note, even if he wasn't playing in Eurobasket, Bogdanovic would still be training. It's always possible to get injured during training, but still, I don't know that that's going to make Clippers fans feel much better right now. We're so close to training camp. Any kind of injury easily bleeds into that. So heal up quickly, Bogdanovic, and fingers crossed, please let this be the last of this type of thing. Knock on wood. There's too many high quality, high caliber NBA players participating in Eurobasket. No more injuries, please.
A lot of our best international players are playing overseas.
Oh, Jokic, Luka, Giannis. I mean, these guys are all playing.
Yeah, so that's and obviously there are some lower level guys that are super good too. So we got to like Lowry Marketing over there killing it.
Lowry Marketing's been great.
We need these guys to be healthy, man, for sure.
Big time. All right, everybody, give us your thoughts in the comments section. Did the Mavs fans go too far in confronting Nico Harrison publicly? Your thoughts on Giannis staying with the Bucks and the Clippers? Looks like they just lost Bogdan Bogdanovic. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Till next time, everybody. See ya and stay safe.